Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've got my 2 sheep mold out today. A lot of you have been waiting for me to do these since I unboxed them the other day. These are going to be adorable. The only thing is they're matte. So I'm wondering if I can spray them with a gloss sealer when I'm done. I'm not quite sure. However, these are ordered from Barbara. Barbara from Colorado that she's always sending me stuff. So she placed a very unique order. She says, in Colorado, you are never going to see a sheep without brown along the bottom from them being in the mud all the time. So guess what I have out? I have brown out. She says, I want them, but I have to have brown on the bottoms of their fur and their feet. I'm like, no problem. I can do that. We're going to do 2 of them, 2 different ways. One, she wants pearl white because she loves pearl white. And the others, we're going to mix 2 interference. So I pulled out this box. This is a box of 6 by Let's Resin of interference powders. She wants me to mix blue and violet together. So that's why I'm questioning, are we going to see it in a matte mold? And can I spray it, because she doesn't mind what I do, with a clear sealer to maybe bring out some of those colors instead of coating it, excuse me, in UV resin. So I was thinking beforehand, how am I going to, I didn't want to like draw the mud on the feet and the bottom. So I'm thinking I'm going to like put the mud in the feet on the bottom. And if it doesn't come out into the resin, I can always go back with the pen, the paint pen or something like that in brown. So I'm going to do it with a brush first. And I'm going to try to keep it just along this bottom edge where they would be like, you know, dragging themselves into the mud all the time. I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, that is so funny. So she was like adamant, make sure there's mud on my sheep. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm putting mud on her sheep. And I don't even need to clean at this point because it doesn't matter. Because mud is not something that's clean, and it's not in straight lines, and it's not like out of place. Mud is out of place. So that's the best part about this, is the fact that I don't have to clean this mold before I pour it. So I'm just going to paint this all around this inner portion, because I'm like looking at the mold. I'm like, well, the whole thing, the whole belly lays on the ground, so the whole belly would be muddy, not just the feet on this particular. And she's like, yeah, I want it all on the fur and everything. So that's what we're going to do. And it doesn't matter if it's not in all those little pieces, because mud goes wherever it wants to go. It doesn't necessarily stay in a straight line. Now this one has deep crevices. They're both going to be very cute, but they're both different. And that's what I wanted when I ordered them. So I'm kind of glad that this one has deeper ones, because it's not going to go into every single crevice, just like mud wouldn't go into every single fiber of their wool. Oh, that's like his face. So I guess he was, you know, taking a bath in the mud. Where's the face on that? Oh, it's a little higher. So this one's face is a little bit lower. And I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do the face yet. I did look at the ad, how they were advertising them. And they do them a couple different ways. One of them kept the face the same color as the body. And a picture painted the face in black. Look at how funny that's going to be. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I should take it off there. Well, no. You know what? I'm just going to leave it and we'll see how it goes. I don't know how much they hold. I didn't want to have to dry out all those crevices with water. So we're going to mix up 8 ounces and just split it in half. I know this one holds maybe 3. I'm thinking this one about 4. So we'll start with this one and then work on that one. I'm not sure. We'll play it by ear. So I'm going to use my epoxy resin because I don't want to pour Fast Cure that deep. Okay, let me grab some resin. I kept 4.5 for the pearl white and the rest of it for the interference. I guess, I don't know, it doesn't matter which one is which, I guess. So this pearl white's going to be the big one. I'm going to put a hefty amount, even though we might have to somehow get it shiny again to see the color. I'm not quite sure. We'll see what it looks like after we unmold it. Sometimes you can see shimmer under matte molds. Of course, we want them more shimmery, but I have never, have any of you ever sprayed your finished piece with a clear sealer? I have never done that, and people ask me all the time if you could do it, and I don't see why you couldn't do it. Just spray it and let it dry very good before you're handling it, of course. So maybe we'll try it today. I don't know. I'm not a good spray painter or anything, so I just don't want like runs and stuff down it. All right, is that good? Yeah, that's probably good. Now we're gonna do, move that one. Put a decent amount in this one. So if we do end up shining it up, we'll actually be able to see it. I don't know if, oh, I haven't opened. I don't know if I've opened either one of these two. This one's the blue, and you'll see on the resin what I mean. A lot of people don't know what interference is, and interference is basically white with a hint of whatever color the interference is. So this one is a white with a hint of blue, and this is the same with violet. And I haven't opened this one either. I have many different brands of interference, so I'm not sure what they are. I've never combined them, and that's what I said, oh, I've never combined two together, so I'm not sure what that'll look like. I don't see why it wouldn't be pretty, so we're gonna try it on hers. She's very open to some to suggestions, thank God. It's very hard when people are very, and there's nothing wrong with being specific because you're trying to achieve a goal, but with resin, you guys know how resin does what resin wants, so it's pretty hard to get specifics. So it's always good to have an open mind on what's going to happen when you're filling an order or when you're going to be receiving that order, because like I said, you can't control what happens after you pour it. So can we see both colors is the question. Actually, you kind of can. It's going to be almost like a color change. Hopefully that'll translate into the finished product. We shall see. All right, we're going to get these debubbled and then we're going to pour them. In the vacuum chamber, I know I'm going to have extra, so I took the interference purple and blue and I just kind of haphazardly went in random places with both of them. So I'm going to pour this picture frame with the rest of it if there's extra, but I'm pretty sure there'll be extra. So let's get to it. So I see brown specks everywhere, which is perfectly fine with me. In fact, I'm going to spray this really good because of all those little spots. And I need my stick back. And we're just gonna pour and squish because the ears and the feet in all these places have a bunch of little crevices. I think these are soap molds or candle molds or something like that. So I just want to make sure I get it in all those little spots. And even squash it into them. Be better if I had my little silicone stick out, but this will do too. Sorry, you guys can hear my dog's feet everywhere. Somebody just came in the house, so they're running all over the place. There's that one. So yeah, we definitely have extra. That one had 4.5. I have about 1.5 left, so we're definitely going to have extra on this one as well then. Same thing with this one. Spritz it really, this one has deeper crevices than the other. And then I want to try to get the opal effect. I'm wondering if I should color some of this black for that picture frame or just leave it, maybe I'll just leave it white and see what it comes out like. trying to squish it into all of those little crevices. I have several videos coming up. She's ordered several things that I think you guys might enjoy. So stick around for them the next several days or into the next week. Not necessarily every day in a row, but she's always given me challenges, put it that way. And I don't mind the challenge. I'm just glad that she doesn't mind the outcome. I'm just trying to get them into every little spot. So I'm going to have extra here too. So those are domed really good. And this one can get domed a little bit better. It seemed to go back down into all the little crevices some more. That's good. All right, so for this little guy, let me move these. I'm going to spray them with alcohol to pop the few bubbles on the top. That is good. Let's see, maybe I'll fill it with the one with the interference. Maybe that will help it. And this is the same thing. You have to squish it down. There's so many little crevices. In fact, Barbara's the one who bought me this mold. I did it one time. It was so pretty. And I did squish it like this because there's so many areas to get the resin into without getting bubbles. I don't know if I'm going to have enough of this one, but I wasn't able to measure how much went into that sheet because this one doesn't have the measurements on the sides. So they didn't hold as much as I expected them to, put it that way. So I'm just going to squash this in, and if I mess up the powder, you may not know because I'm using interference to fill it. So there's that for you. Just take your time, unless you're running out of time. My resin's not sticky yet, so I'm not going to have to rush. With the epoxy resin by Let's Resin, you have about 40 minutes of work time before it starts getting really sticky on you. I'm just going to try to squish it into every area. And then I will scrape this and finish filling it with the pearl white. Now, somebody in the comments the last time I made this had an amazing idea because people wanted to know, well, how do you add the picture? So there's a couple ways, but the way a comment came in, I think, is the best way to do it. And that is to take 2 pieces of acetate and attach them to the back. And then you can slide your picture in between the 2 pieces of acetate and change out your picture as often as you would want to. And I'm like, that is a great idea. And if you even sold these, because they are really cute, if you wanted to sell these at your function or whatever, or give them away, then you would have a perfect way for people to change their photos inside of these. I'm just going to get that off of there. I'm just dabbing it as I fill it slowly. This one needs a lot of attention. And I might even like put the silver. I was kind of torn last time I made this if I should highlight the edges in the silver, like gilding glue and some foil. I might do that this time. I'm not sure. We'll see how it looks when it comes out. All right, that's all that one's gonna take. I still have about 1 ounce left. So let me find something to put that in. Oh, this one is going over. So it's either off. It must not be, oh, I could see it's not cut level. So you can't dome it. That's the first time I've ever had a mold that's not cut level. That's interesting. Okay. I'm just gonna have to underfill this one because it's filled up here and it's not back here. Same on this one. It is not cut level. All right, no big deal. We'll get over it. Okay, I will grab something to put the rest in and see you on Demold. wondering why I have resin mixing up. I mixed up 4 ounces of resin, and look, I unmolded one because, and I put in black pigment paste into the same epoxy. I remember a comment from last week. I have a viewer that comments a lot on my channel, and their name or their username is Black Sheep Crafter. And I remember them saying that I should be making them one of these, or they really wanted something to that effect, that they needed one in some sort of fashion. I don't know if that person is male or female. I have no idea. All I know is you're getting a black sheep today, Black Sheep Crafter. So email me if you like the way it comes out, and I will get this off to you at no charge, because I just remembered it. And I also want to see a black one. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to spray in his little head and all of his little, and I just chose one. I don't know what the other one looks like because the other one is still in the mold. So I just chose this one. So I hope you like it, and I hope you're surprised. And I would really love to know your real name. Because I have no idea who you are, but I do know that you do support my channel a lot because you are always commenting, so I appreciate that so much. So here's my appreciation, a black sheep for you. I'm just going to do the same thing. I mixed up 4 ounces. I know I didn't need 4, but I couldn't remember how much it held because I don't think I measured this one. And I'm not going to go as high as I went last time because these are not level molds. So I'm not quite sure what in the world they were casting this mold on. Well, both of them, because neither one of them were level. So maybe if you buy these molds, yours will be level, but yeah, mine are not. So it did come out very cute though. That's why I'm making another one. And I'm sure I'll make more in the future. Oh gosh, I have a lot extra. Goodness gracious, how much did that hold? Just over 2 ounces. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I'm gonna be making a few extra things here today. So, what do I want that's black? That's the question. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? Hang on, I'm gonna move this. If I had a little left over, I'm going to put in baby blues. I'm going to put it in my resin. I was going to make a couple of pendants, but clearly I have more than I need for just a couple of pendants. So I'm going to be making, I do need to definitely replenish my freebie stash because I'm definitely running low anyway. Let me get all that glitter off my stick. So I just added, you can add any color glitter you want to black and you're going to see it. It's going to be really pretty. So I grabbed this pendant mold, got that cleaned out. So let's make some pendants and some keychains today. We'll do a couple, well, I probably could do all of these, to be honest with you. It's just a little more work for me at the end of the video, but you know what? I'd rather do the work than waste the resin. I really need to start writing on my molds. The problem with writing on your molds, how much resin they hold, is it rubs right off. Permanent marker, it doesn't matter what you use it, it's gonna rub off. So that's why I don't do that. I typically go back and watch my own videos just to hear how much resin it was holding. So yeah, if you buy these, they don't hold very much. I was gonna do 3 ounces, and then at the last second I'm like, I don't know how many ounces it holds. I better do 4. I just gotta move that off of that lip right there. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have so many extras. Maybe I'll make a pair of earrings. I wonder if I have enough for one of my flowers. Oh, I definitely have enough for one of my flowers. Let me grab one of my molds here, right behind you. One of these little guys that are super duper sparkly. I always put some alcohol down in there because there are a lot of petals to get it into. And I do squish it around. If you have this one, or if you are thinking about getting on this one, this is in like, every time I fill an order for these and I have to update my my eBay store for them about how many I have. It's in like 85 or 95 carts out there on eBay. I'm like, please, please God, do not let them all order at once. I cannot make 85 at one time. So thank you all, whoever you are holding them in your carts. Just make sure you stagger your orders so I can get them out in a timely fashion. This has been my best seller that I've ever sold on eBay. This little flower brooch. Okay, well, there's one anyway. I have probably enough for one more, so let's make two. Why not? I think I have enough for one more. I did not mean to make up that much extra resin. But it'll be pretty regardless. I was just trying to figure out what color glitter I wanted to add in. And I haven't added in blue. I don't know if I've ever added in blue. If I did, I don't remember doing it. I know I've done red, gold, silver, and those all come out gorgeous. And you know I love my blues, so it's time to do a blue. And I typically make either magnets or keychains out of these when I give them away. You could do whatever you want with them. You can make like cabinet pulls out of them, I heard, and some people have attached them to rubber bands for their hair. There's so many things you can do if you have the imagination to do them. Wow, perfect. Perfect, perfect. So let me get my gloves off. We will unmold the two little extras that I already have ready, but I'm not gonna unmold the sheep until they're all ready together. So we'll unmold the other sheep and I'll show you the other one that I did unmold when the black one is ready. So I threw some green resin in the mixture of whites that I had, and I made 3 teddy bears. And I will put their little faces on. Super duper cute. And these you can make purse charms, keychains, magnets. They're all about the same. I don't want to put it in that little drip of resin. I should have cleaned off my table. This one needs some major trimming, but they're all very adorable. Let me move this. I don't want this resin on there. And then we'll take out the picture frame. Let's see how this one turned out. Oh, this one's still a little bendy. I didn't put my heat mat on. I was gone all day, and now it's like the middle of the night, so I was gone for like 8 or 9 hours today. So I didn't want my heat mat on while I wasn't home. Oh, is that pretty? Look at that shine. That is really nice. I just need to trim it. Trim it, and I'm going to let it cure. Oh, that is really, really nice. I don't know, I have to think about it. I keep wanting to like put foil on these edges, but I have to think about it because I seem to always like it when it comes out. Look at the shine. Can you see the shine? I hope you can see the shine. It's so terrible to be behind a camera. Like, everything is so much better in person. I know that because when I send you guys this stuff, you're like, oh my gosh, it's so much better in person. I'm like, I know, I tell you that all the time. Okay. Oops, why did I spray that? I have no idea. Okay. I'm going to let these fully cure before I trim anything. We'll unmold the rest tomorrow. See you then. Let's get to unmolding, but first I'm going to show you this one is the first one I pulled out. I didn't do anything to him yet. I waited for you. But here's the dirt on his feet, the mud. What do you think? I think that's pretty funny. Cute little face. And this is the one I re-poured. So let's pull out. Actually, let's do the extras. And all my, oh wow, look at that. All the blue sank to the bottom. So it's mostly blue. And I'm pretty sure that happened to these two because I peeked underneath. Look at it, I put way too much glitter in, but it sure does look nice. So these are going to be very, very sparkly. So we'll top coat them. Yeah, it looks like I just put glitter in and no black. So if you try it and you want black, don't put as much glitter as I dumped in there because it basically looks like a glitter pendant. All the same. Thank God I like that color. Not that they're for me, because they're not, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's check this one out. And then we will get to finishing them. Oh, this one's got curly cues. See how I didn't clean the brown off, so it looks like the dirt goes higher? That one is adorable. This one has a smiling face and horns and curly wool. Oh, I love that one. That is so cute. Here they are both. So you cannot tell. I don't even remember which is which. Oh, this one has a little iridescence to it. So this has the interference in it, and this one doesn't. Huh, you can't really tell. All right, I'm still thinking about spraying them. I might try it. Here is the black. Oh my gosh, she's so adorable. So I think what I'm gonna do on the black one is paint the face white, and on the white one, paint the face black, and then do the face on top. I saw pictures of them done and they looked really cute. I know it sounds crazy, but that is so cute. There's some bubbles up underneath there. So unfortunately, let me see. Oh, you know what? I think that's the mold, because it's exactly the same on both of them. So the mold has some imperfections in there. Exactly the same. So I don't know what they were molding. Maybe a 3D printed object or something. Not quite sure. Because I'm seeing that's on the mold itself. That was this one up on, oh yeah, there it is. There's the imperfections right there. So that's gonna come out on every single piece. Okay, well, good thing it's up underneath the face. That's okay. All right, let me put a plan together, and I will probably just fast forward this part. I'm just gonna trim these and top coat these, possibly put a charm on them or something, but then we'll do these together. All right, let me grab some stuff. Okay, let me show you what I did. All three bears are pretty much the same. I just put a different flower in their hand. So a little rhinestone and their bow tie, painted their face. And here's one with the blue. And then earring and pendants. I just left plain. I didn't put anything on there except top coat with UV resin to make them shiny. Here's 2 large keychains. Each has a charm. I think next time I'm going to do a lot less glitter in my black. I have to make a note of that. Here's 2 medium-sized keychains with a charm. Turtle and a starfish. And then I drilled a hole in my flower and made a keychain and used my last 2 blue tassels. Even though they're not the perfect blue, but they're not too bad. So 2 more keychains. Then I decided to put silver. I just took my chrome marker and I just went around some of the pieces on the corners. I think that looks really pretty. I like it a lot. And I just went around that edge. Now, I did cut out the acetate. I'm going to do that suggestion. Putting it on here, I'm not sure if I should staple it together. I don't know. I know I can E6000 the one on, but I'm thinking for the other one to make the pocket, how to keep it on there without it pulling off. UV resin is not going to hold it. I could tell you that right now. UV resin is going to pull right off. I've already done it before on the acetate and learned that lesson. So I think until I get a better suggestion from you guys, I think I'm just going to staple it on each side before I glue it down. So let me go get that done. So that's my solution. So it's stapled. I'm just going to go around the 3 sides with the glue. Leave the top open for the photo. But I know you guys will have a better suggestion than staples. For right now, like, I'm under pressure. I'm on camera and I can't think better than staples to hold it together. I don't see why it would be a problem. But I'm sure all of you crafty people out there probably have a better solution to staples. All right, so I'm just going to glue this on and let that dry. I even think that the 5-minute 2-part epoxy would hold this down better. I think I'll put something heavy on there until it's dry because it is popping up. So let me find something to do with that and then we'll start the sheep. I pulled out my acrylic markers. I don't have a metallic marker in black, but I do have black in the acrylic marker set from Let's Resin. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's gonna... Oh, I might need actual paint because it's not exactly covering perfectly. I wonder if a Sharpie would work better. Otherwise, I'll have to go get my paints out. Or it's going to take a couple of coats. I already got it on the eye. I mean, I want the eyes white, but now they need to be uniform. So first I'm going to paint them black, and then I'm going to paint them white, which is kind of stupid, but oh well. Yeah, the marker's not the best. But I'm going to do the whole thing before I try something else, just so it doesn't look spotty. I am finally done. That took quite a while, you guys, quite a while. So here is the picture frame, and the glue is holding, and you just peel back this piece of acetate here that I left open and pop your picture right in there, and then you can change the picture and maybe put magnets on here for your refrigerator or something. Maybe I'll do that before I let it go. So that's the picture frame. Pretty cool idea that they had. Okay, so I did not spray them with clear sealer because sheep are not shiny. Did you guys know that sheep aren't shiny? So I did not spray them with clear sealer. Here is the black one. This one gave me a run for my money. I had to put 5 coats of pearl white paint on the face to cover the black. And then I just drew the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and I put little pink bows in the ears. So Black Sheep Crafter, if you're a male, tell me to change the bows. Email me your address, and this is coming right out to you. I hope you like it. I don't know what else you would want on there because I don't know who you really are. So surprise, surprise, there's your sheep. And for Barbara's, here is the one. I put pink bows in this one's ears. Painted the face. I did only need 2 coats of the black acrylic pen from Let's Resin. I didn't need to paint it. And then I ended up getting black here. So I took a white pen and I couldn't get it off. There was just too much texture on the wool to get the paint off. So I had to use a white paint pen, which was not, of course, the exact same color. So I took my white paint pen and I went over every single tuft of wool. So it's kind of cohesive. So there's the one. And then this one, her husband is super cool in the herd. He is like the head of the herd, so he earned himself some shades to stay out of the sun. And he's got his blue little tie on there. I put some copper or brown metallic paint pen on the rams or the horns, and put a smile on his face. So these are a happy little couple. What do you think of that mold? So no, I don't think it needs the spray, the clear spray. So I will not be trying that on this particular mold, but maybe another mold in the future. I did not go over the white on here because I didn't really have anything to erase. So I hope you like all the mud on him, Barbara. So these are going to be set aside. I have several more things for Barbara to do. So Barbara, you get to wait a few more days before your stuff gets put out. So there are the pieces. I hope you like everything. Give me some suggestions for what you guys want to see, and I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye.